The intent of this podcast is for entertainment only. Our stories are based on the opinions and thoughts of ourselves and the research we cite. We encourage you to conduct your own research and form opinions based on your findings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conspiracy Happy Hour. I'm Allie.
I'm Dan.
And we're here 3 months in a row. We are on track this year. I'm proud of us.
I know. See, we
definitely needed a drink today.
We set obtainable goals.
And once a month. We can handle that.
I have a drink too. I have a Baja Blast because I went to the Taco Bell after the gym.
Nice.
Ooh, you know what? I could probably put some Tito's in this.
Ooh, that would be good. Vanilla vodka.
I think mine's just plain, but
okay. I just bought another whole jug of it last night. I spent like $100 at the liquor store. I don't have a problem.
Party.
When was the last time we recorded? Like before Christmas?
Yeah, since we are doing this monthly, the last time we actually recorded was before Christmas, and we were trying to think, like, what actually happened? Because
I feel like not a lot.
Not a lot.
It's been pretty boring and consistent since that.
We tried to do a lot of things. We tried to go out for your birthday.
We got snowed in. Yeah.
We got snowed in. We tried to... I don't know, that might have just been it, but...
We're so bad.
I feel like January and February flew.
They did. Like
really I have no idea what I did during them. My
whole February consisted of like booking vendors and stuff for the wedding, and I'm like, oh my god, like everything, the month is gone.
Yeah,
it is leap year though. Do you have any leap year plans?
I have no plans. I'll be at work.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah,
let's go.
Someone gets to have a birthday probably.
Yeah, for like there's one
years.
lady that I saw, she's turning 100. And it's like, is she going to be 25 or 100? Because her birthday's right on leap year. So
that's funny. I always thought that was cool if people had a birthday on the 29th.
I would hate it because you don't get to celebrate on your birthday only
that's
every
true.
4
But
years.
You could be 25 when you're 100.
I mean, in all fairness, I don't celebrate my birthday either. I celebrate like the weekend after or the weekend before.
Yeah, never actually celebrate on the day. It always falls in the week somehow.
Just realized I'm wearing my Cape May Brewery shirt. Remember we went there? What was that? Is somebody calling you?
Yeah, it's my phone. I just literally put it on Do Not Disturb, and I got disturbed by a phone call.
That is the weirdest ring, though, that I've ever heard in my life.
Why did that come through?
I don't know. You tell me.
And it was my stupid front door. I'll just put the volume all the way down. Because I live in an apartment building, and well, for everyone that doesn't know, and there's a buzzer on the front door, and of course my last name starts at the beginning of the alphabet, so I'm top of the list. So when people come and get deliveries and stuff, they just go from the top and always try and get me to let them in.
It doesn't work. Not this time.
So every time it does not. So every time it comes up, I know the number by heart. Even though
it has the consistent front door number.
Yeah, and I even have it saved as front door.
Ignore.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, I'm not letting you in.
Not today.
It's not for me. I'm not letting you in. So that was exciting.
That was the weirdest. You have the ringtone that you have?
It's just one. It's just default one. It goes bring.
Really?
I haven't heard it in years.
Never heard that before.
I don't even know why my ringtone was on. It's always vibrate.
That's so funny.
Someone at the front door wanted to make an appearance on the pod.
I am going to try to pull something up real quick.
But to go back to your original comment, yes, I do. I was going through my dresser drawers and I pulled out the shirt that I bought.
What was my original comment? Oh, if you remember the brewery.
Yeah.
I was just like, what did I say?
And I want to go back.
Me too.
It was really
we have some plans
delicious.
To go down there to this summer, so maybe we'll make it a point to do a trip there one day.
Yeah, it was really good. I like all their stuff.
I liked it. It was really nice.
Oh, and you know what pisses me off the most?
What?
Because they always leave a fucking voicemail.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't if I because if I reject it or don't answer it, it goes to voicemail.
Ew.
And they just leave it, so it's nothing. It's just like the wind.
So shall we start with the Mandela effect? Our normal.
Yes.
All right. So this one I've actually never heard of before, but now that I'm looking at like the side-by-side comparison, I was like, I would have definitely spelled this incorrectly.
Oh, it's another spelling one? I guess I'm going to get this wrong.
Spelling. I mean, well, here's the thing. At this point, I kind of just gave it away where I said I would have spelled it incorrectly. But have you heard of like JCPenney, the department store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
is it pennies?
How do you spell it? You can add the S, you don't have to, but how do you spell it?
JC. Do I need to spell penny, or like is it about having the plural? Okay.
It's not. Don't worry about the S.
Okay. I would. Oh God, now I'm doubting myself again. I'm just gonna go with my gut and say it's like penny, like PENNY.
That's what I always thought too. So I pulled up the store, and on the store logos, the sign logos everywhere, it is spelled PENNEY.
Mm-hmm. PENNEY. Okay.
So hold on. I pulled up. Here's just a random picture, if you can see it, of a JCPenney store.
Oh yeah.
If you can see all of them, it's PENNEY.
It's someone's name, I think, right?
I have no idea.
I think
I just spelled it wrong everywhere, apparently, because I always spelled a PENNY.
I always put an S at the end of it too, like pennies.
Yeah,
like my family would say, "Oh, we're going to Pennies." Like we're not going to JCPenney.
Yeah, I mean, I always add if you're from this area and you know Wawa, but when I was a kid, I used to always call it Wawas.
Wawas
with an S. And
I think they do tend to add S's to things.
To everything. Yeah. All right, I can remove this now. But yeah, I always spelled it with an S. Never spelled it with an E or a second E, rather. But that one threw me off a little bit because I had no idea.
Same. I haven't been to a Penny in forever.
I'm like looking for like a one-off where it doesn't have the second E. I'm like, maybe the Mandela is real. But no, they all have that PNNEY. Yeah, it looks like this is a really old one right here. That looks like a really old factory. Like the initials
probably like
J,
the first
C,
store.
And then Penny is the last name.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It must be their first like location.
Probably. Something like that. All right, let's stop the screen share. Should we figure out who's going first?
Yep, let's do it.
Are we doing 2 out of 3 or doing just 1 and done?
Let's just do 1 and done.
All right, ready?
Because I end up cutting the rest because it takes too long.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay,
all right,
you won.
Okay. I'll go first, so I want to get mine out of the way.
Okay, I'm ready. Dazzle me.
Okay. So, I was doing some research this morning, and I found a cult, because I haven't done, I don't think I've done any cults yet.
I don't think you have either.
I don't think I have. I think it's been you who's done them all. I think all of mine so far have been aliens and conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
So, I tried to find the craziest, most outlandish cult names.
Mm-hmm.
So, this one is called the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Sign me up.
I have no idea. But anyways, so this, I'm going to call it a quote, cult, was founded by Bob Henderson. Now, I think it was founded back in 2005, I think it was. But he graduated from college with a psych degree, not psychics degree. And he was, for a while, a teacher of a high school and a science teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So his thing, he also taught mathematics too. But this cult is also known as, and I'm going to butcher this, it's a long name, Pastafarianism.
Oh, I've heard of. Okay, I've heard of Pastafarianism. I guess I've never heard it by its long name.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm ready. I don't really know a lot about it.
This is an odd one for me. Okay. So it did begin as a joke over the debate of inclusion of intelligent design alongside of evolution in science curricula. I did have to Google what intelligent design was. And it's the belief that certain features of the natural world are best explained by the existence of an intelligent creator rather than through natural process of evolution. So like it's what all religions believe. There's a God. He's created everything. So he thought that by promoting intelligent design in schools, he thought that it was promoting intelligent design in schools went against how science is taught. So he went to show why it's important to use facts and evidence when talking about things, which I don't know if you could necessarily call intelligent design in these situations facts or evidence. It's a belief, just because you can't necessarily prove that there is a God in any
there's no
situation.
concrete
it's
evidence.
Something that you have to believe. But so he wanted to show why it was important to use the facts and evidence when thinking about things. So in response, he wrote a letter to the Kansas State Board of Education. He jokingly suggested that his own idea, which involved a flying spaghetti monster creating the universe, should be taught in science class along with intelligent design and evolution. He said that if one idea could be taught, then his should be too, because it was just as valid. I don't know
That's
about
so
that.
funny.
So the letter that he wrote ended up going, I guess, in 2005, what you would consider viral. It gained a lot of attention online and spreading on internet forums and social media. His funny and sharp criticism of intelligent design struck a chord with people who were worried about mixing religious ideas with science education. So the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster was born out of this letter, with Henderson and others embracing the funny idea, seeing it as a way to support science, religious freedom, and keeping religion separate from government.
So this started out as a parody of religion.
This really is a parody. The whole idea of this is that you should have religious freedom to believe what you want to believe. You don't have to conform to one ideology. It just kind of took on the quote unquote mascot of this flying spaghetti monster.
This reminds me a little bit of, remember our past episode, the birds aren't real. It started out as a
exactly
joke,
like that,
and
exactly
then
like
turned into something more.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the whole thing is the ideology. It's not people actually believing in a flying spaghetti monster and praising the flying spaghetti monster.
What do you mean?
Yeah. But my favorite part of this, which I'll get to in a second, is their version of their 8 commandments. Because these are quotes. Just keep that in mind. So they're saying Pastafarianism, as it became known, adopted a playful methodology centered around the flying spaghetti monster, a god or goddess depicted as a tangled mass of noodles with meatball eyes and noodly appendages. So then these are a few of the beliefs of this cult, cult following, let me put it that way. So the flying spaghetti monster, Pastafarian, believes in the existence of flying spaghetti monster as a whimsical god or goddess who created the universe. The flying spaghetti monster is often depicted as a tangled mass of noodles and meatballs for eyes. So the scientific skepticism. Oof. All right. So Pastafarians emphasize the most important of scientific reasoning, evidence-based thinking, and skepticism. The flying spaghetti monster is also a symbol of rationality and critical thinking, contrasting the religious demagogue. So Pastafarianism is a parody religion that critiques organized religion and challenges religious believers and influence in society. It uses humor and satire to question traditional beliefs and practices. All right, so they advocate for the separation of church and state and the rights to religious expression, including the rights to wear religious headgear, such as colanders, in the official identification photos. So as far as inclusivity, They promote inclusivity, acceptance of diverse beliefs and lifestyles. It encourages tolerance and respect for others while also challenging discriminatory attitudes and practices. So this is the part that I was getting to earlier, where they have their, this is a quote, 8 I'd rather you didn't. So that's their version of the commandments. And
so funny.
Everything that I'm about to read to you, each one of these is the "I rather you didn't" straight quote. It's the best part of the whole thing, I think.
I was going to say, I'm going to get these written down on a pillow somewhere.
You may. So the first, I'd rather you didn't. I'd really rather you didn't act like a sanctimonious, holier-than-thou ass when describing my noodly goodness. That's the first one. It gets better. Second one, I'd really rather you didn't use my existence as a means to operate, subject, punish, eviscerate, and or, be mean to others. I kind of have to know who wrote these. I'll have to look that up.
Time. When we post this, I have to find a picture of the guy that you've mentioned.
Oh my God. I'd really rather you didn't judge people for the way they look or how they dress or the way they talk. Well, just plain nice, okay? 4, I'd really rather you didn't indulge in conduct that offends yourself or your willing, consenting partner of legal age and menstrual maturity. As for anyone who might object, I think the expression is "go fuck yourself."
These are. I feel like everyone should live by these. I'm a Pastafarian.
This is what these 10 commandments should be. Okay, here's the next one. I'd really rather you didn't challenge the bigoted, misogyny, hateful ideas of others on an empty stomach. Eat, then go after the bitch.
That's true. Don't be hangry.
On an empty stomach. All right, here's the next one. I'd really rather you didn't build multi-million-dollar churches, temples, mosques, shrines to my noodly goodness when the money could be better spent ending poverty, curing diseases, living in peace, loving with passion, and lowering the cost of cable.
Wow, they sold me. Go after Comcast.
Sign me up. So here's something. I'd really rather you didn't go around telling people I talk to you. You're not that interesting. Get over yourself. As I told you to love your fellow man, can't you take a hint? All right. And then the last, I might actually get a shirt made with all these. And then the last one, I'd really rather you didn't do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you are into stuff that uses a lot of leather, lubricant, and Las Vegas. If the other person is into it, however, then you have to take it. Take pictures, and for the love of Mike, don't know who that is, wear a condom. Honestly, it's a piece of rubber. If you didn't want to feel good when you did it, I would have added spikes, I would have added spikes or something. I think that was supposed to go along the lines of don't cheat. Or I don't know. I'm not really sure what that one's supposed to mean other than
yeah, it sounds like it's more like don't force your beliefs on the others unless they're into it.
Yeah, something like that.
And then you can do it.
Don't worry about cheating or whatnot.
Yeah.
Wait, those are literally my favorite part of this whole thing. I need something that lists all of those. I'd rather you didn't on there. So, while the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster began as a joke, it has evolved into a global movement with thousands of registered members and supporters around the world. Pastafarians continue to use humor and satire to challenge dogma. I think that's the word. Promote rational thinking and advocate for scientific education. That's it.
That's great. I picture, this is what I want. I want that on one of those long scrolls and hanging in my kitchen.
I actually have to look up right now to see if I can find a membership card because I just want to see a bunch of pictures of people with colanders on their head. Oh my God, it's true. They have colanders on their head. Hold on. This is great. Share screen. This is the best. Okay. I don't know how big it's going to show, but can you see like this guy, this one, this one?
Oh my God.
This one. Can you see it better now?
I do. Wow.
That's amazing.
That's on his license.
Is that a driver's license?
That's his driver's license. Wow. They're into it.
Pennsylvania. Getting closer to home. Oh, look at that. We got somebody from... He looks like he's got a cup on his head, not a colander.
He got confused.
Like ball cup or something. That's just a regular license. I don't need to see your regular license. How crazy is that?
Is that the logo? Go back up.
This?
All the way to the right. That, yeah.
ID cards now available. Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Love it.
I kind of might have to see if I can make one. I'm gonna, as long as it's free, but I'm gonna look into that. Oh no, become a minister.
It's only $59. Okay, let's do it.
Pastafarian.
All the followers of Conspiracy Happy Hour are now Pastafarians.
By proxy. The Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti.
Who would have thought?
Wait, is this?
Is that it? It has to be. Look at all that text. Gospel of the
Redbubble.
Can you make it bigger?
Here, our pasta, who art in colander, draining be your noodle. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum. Like that. Sure.
Give us this day our garlic bread and forgive us our indulgences as we forgive those who make reality TV. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza. For thine is the meatball, the noodle, and the sauce forever and ever.
Ramen. This is amazing.
I think I have to sign up.
I know. Amazon, what do you got to offer me? Ooh, we can buy the gospel. Good to know. Good to know. I'm totally going to buy a shirt.
Totally.
Good.
The next episode of Conspiracy Happy Hour.
Yeah, we're wearing. We're our merch.
Join us for our first
Spaghetti Monster merch. I just want to make one that has all the "I rather you didn't" on there.
That's perfect.
That's awesome. Okay, stop sharing. But so you beat that, Dan.
I don't think mine's as interesting. But
at least it's not as funny.
It's not as funny. It's definitely not satire, but it could be funny. Depends on which theory you're rooting for when it comes to the royal family. So I know one of the big, which I might have to do next time. One of the big theories about the royal family is they're lizard people, right? I don't know if you've heard that, or at least the queen.
Heard that before.
Yeah, or at least the queen is a lizard person. I don't know if it's everyone, but
yes.
So this one is saying that they're not lizard people, but is saying that Prince Charles is actually a vampire, and there's actual proof that he has connections.
Oh, please share.
All right. Like I said, there has been many conspiracy theories over the years revolving around the royal family, but not quite compared to the idea of who or what Prince Charles really is. For years, rumors have been going around of how King Charles III is a shape-shifting reptilian.
Wait, he's the one who's like around now, right?
King Charles? He's the current king.
With the girl he cheated on or whatever.
Yes, cheated on Princess Diana.
Cheated with, yeah. Okay.
So one of the big rumors is that he's a shape-shifting reptilian, but some speculate the future. Well, he's not the future king, but the king is a vampire. In 2011, Prince Charles promoted a television show inspired by his fascination and interest in Romania's Transylvania. He revealed his relation to 15th century Romanian Prince Vlad the Impaler, who was the inspiration behind...
I've heard of that one.
Yep. Do you know what he
inspired?
What's
his name? Is that not Count Dracula? Right?
Yep,
yeah, Dracula.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is the inspiration behind Bram Stoker's story of Dracula. So, according to CBS, the king touched on his genealogy, which proves his relation to the infamous prince. Prince Charles used his blood connection to Vlad the Impaler to promote his interests in the future of the country and focus on the conversations of its forests. Conservation, not conversations. Those trees, they be talking.
Right.
And he even owned some homes in Transylvania, which was interesting.
Really?
Yeah. So aside from his genealogy, Prince Charles and Vlad the Impaler don't really have that much in common. The Romanian prince was famous for his sadism and torture of tens of thousands of victims, and Prince Charles isn't exactly known for his torturous executions. But the story started when it was revealed. Exactly. You never know. The story started when it was revealed that King Charles was related to the 15th century prince and suspected vampire Vlad the Impaler. He was ruthless. He was also known as Vlad Tepes and Vlad III Dracula. He was the epitome of evil and was known for his cruelty towards his enemies, whereby he did many horrendous things, such as impaling them on stakes, which is what he is most known for. I was curious because I saw that he was one of the names he went by was actually Dracula. So I was like, wait, Dracula actually means something?
The King Charles?
No, Vlad.
Oh, okay.
Our friend Vlad.
Okay, got you.
So I was like, maybe Dracula actually means something.
Yeah.
So the name Dracula means son of Dracul, which was his father, apparently. And in Romanian, Dracul means the devil, and Drac is devil, and then the UL at the end is the, but in their language, it actually means like the dragon, but they associate dragons with Satan over there. So.
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
basically, he's a version of Satan.
Yes, he's supposed to be like, I guess, maybe the Antichrist or their version of Satan.
Yeah, the one that lives on Earth.
Mm-hmm. And in 1462, following a battle, Vlad left a field filled with thousands of impaled victims. More than 530 years later, in 1998, King Charles III found out that he was related to this twisted ruler.
Ew.
He is, in fact, the great-grandson, 16 times removed, through the consort of George V and Queen Mary. I mean, his relation's not that strong, but it's there. It's there. A genealogical tree in the British Chronicles written by David Hughes even supports this claim. And when King Charles III was asked about, he simply joked, stating, "The genealogy shows I am a descendant from Vlad the Impaler, so I do have a bit of a stake in the country." He's got some jokes.
Yeah, right. He always seems so serious online. Or not online, on computer, on TV, or whatever you're watching it on. In person, like I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, he has that royal air.
Funniness, yeah.
In 2017, King Charles was reported to have been offered the honorary title of Prince of Transylvania, which is, I mean, we all know it, but it's a region located in central Romania that has been associated with vampires for centuries, for anyone who's curious.
Well, that's where Vlad was from, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
That part of Romania. I think for the longest time, I mean, I probably really didn't know that Transylvania was in Romania. I thought Transylvania was probably its own thing for a long time.
I mean, based on the way the names sound, I kind of like what,
because they always just say Transylvania. Yeah. Transylvania, never
Transylvania, Romania.
Right, yeah. So when I read that, I was like, oh, that makes sense. I guess it's not a real place. So through the Prince of Wales Foundation, King Charles has done plenty of work in Transylvania, especially in the fields of sustainability, conservation, and farming systems. because of this strong involvement in the region, the mayor of the city of, I'm going to butcher this, Alba Iulia, has proposed to grant King Charles the title of Prince of Transylvania as recognition.
Like England and
it's just an honorary title.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't real. For being a prominent ambassador of the Transylvanian region all over the world. And if that wasn't weird enough, in 2011, King Charles even promoted a television show inspired by his obsession with Romania's Transylvania called Wild Carpathia.
It's like a documentary style show?
Yeah, it's like a Natural Geographic doc style show. Still not convinced? Well, if you do a bit of research online, you'll find that this isn't just some joke. King Charles now owns several properties in Romania, in Vistri, in the Zalvanului Valley, in Malencrov, and in Breb. These are all, I'm assuming, real places. Yes, that's right. He owns 4 properties in Transylvania and considers it his second home.
Wait, his 4th home?
He has 4 properties in Transylvania.
Home? Okay.
And then they're saying, as in general, he considers Romania his second home.
Okay. I'm like trying to search up his properties.
I actually have some pictures I can show.
Okay. It's got some big ass properties.
Yeah, they look cool. Romania Tour Store has even stated, it's no secret that King Charles is very fond of Romania, especially of the Transylvania region. It was after his first visit to Transylvania in 1998 that he found out about his connection to Vlad the Impaler, a connection that he is apparently very proud of.
Proud, probably not the right word.
No. But these Transylvanian ties do not end here. A great-grandmother of King Charles, late Queen Mother Elizabeth II, Hungarian Countess Claudia Reddy, was also born and raised in Transylvania in the 19th century. So the next time someone tries to tell you he's a reptilian, you can now put them straight. King Charles III is not a blood-sucking, interdimensional, shape-shifting lizard. He is simply just a vampire.
He's still blood-sucking, though.
Yeah. And here's I'll share my screen. Hold on. Here's a picture of him as a vampire. It's kind of funny. Can you see it?
Actually.
I'm like, he's a vampire.
Yeah. I mean, that looks pretty, accurate. Like what I would imagine Dracula would have looked like.
This will definitely be the picture. If you're listening on podcast land and not watching us, this will be the picture that's definitely posted.
Post that one. Yeah, just make sure you save that one.
I did. This is in my Google Doc.
I'll be posting.
So that's my story about what's his face being a vampire and not a reptile.
I don't think he has, I don't know too much about him, but everything that I like, he just looks like a snake. And then to throw lizard on top and then sprinkle it with some vampireness, I get it. So.
Yeah, there's always an air about the royals, which is I think one of the reasons why I enjoy them so much, because it's very interesting altogether.
Here, I just found this photo too. Descent of Dracula and owns property in Transylvania.
They fit. They look good there.
He's just a creepy looking person. I don't know. But
it's all the the close relations that happen.
Yeah. There's something about that whole family that freaks me out, to be honest. But that was I honestly can say I've never heard of that one.
I thought it was fun. Like, it wasn't something I've done before. And
no, it wasn't anything that either one of us have done. I
know, because you did a cult and I did just like a pure conspiracy.
Yeah, it was a whole brand new episode. We have to do, I want to get back into, we haven't done an alien one in a while either.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would definitely want to do the actual reptilian one. So that would be a good one. We still need to, I know there's a few episodes that you and I talked about where there's so much to cover that we wanted to do them together. So eventually we'll get there. It's just a matter of when we can spend the day together doing the research and stuff. Yeah, there'll be some good ones.
Yeah. And as we always say, if there's anything that we haven't covered yet that somebody's like, oh, I want to know about this, let us know. Especially if it's something like unheard of. I always like learning the new ones.
Same. And every day I feel like we followed conspiracies and weird stuff our whole lives, but every day I find something new.
I know.
Never heard
of spaghetti monster until like this morning. So.
And I was looking through like the things I've saved on like either TikTok or Instagram, and I didn't even use them. I found this one today, and I was like, this one is funny, and I like it, so I'm going to do this one.
Well, I think the one that I talked about either the last episode or the episode before that with the Hawaii fires and everything like that. That one was from TikTok too. TikTok has some actually like really, really good, not that they're true, but like ideas for topics.
Yeah, it's a good source for topics.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I mean, most of the time people are already there telling all about it and everything too. So you guys can get some starting leadway from that.
Yeah. But I think that was a great episode.
Yeah.
Minus some technical difficulties, but
I have no idea what is going on with me today. Like, I just can't stay in the freaking zone, but my internet keeps crashing on me here. So, stands good. I guess Dan will have to come up with something to do. I think we may need to record our guest episode next.
I think you're right. I think double check and count the episodes, but I think you're right.
Well, no, actually, this will be our third one.
It's probably not the next one, but the next one.
We can record. We'll record ours and the guest episode that day because we have to have somebody. I know Tim is like, I think we've said before, but he's like chomping at the bit to do another episode with us. So who knows? Maybe we'll have him back. And there's a couple other people that I've talked to that want to try to do a guest episode with us. So we'll definitely have them back as well.
Awesome. Cool. We got some good guests lined up, and then we got some interesting topics. And like we said in the beginning, it's for the time being, we're doing it once a month. But until
as we go on,
we'll add more. But right now, just once a month. So we appreciate you guys sticking with us, waiting for those days to go by.
And if you are an audio listener only, pay attention to our Instagram because I think there's a lot of good pictures
from
this episode that we need to share. Dan, you've always been posting those sound clips and sound bites from the recent episodes too. So I think it covers it for today's episode.
I think that's it. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Conspiracy Happy Hour. Be sure to listen, follow, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. Have a spooky story, conspiracy, or weird encounter that you would like to hear read in a future episode? Email your story to conspiracyhappyhour@gmail.com and follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at Conspiracy Happy Hour. This podcast is produced and edited by Geckos Media and is part of the Geckos Media Network. Interested in starting your own podcast and not quite sure where to begin? Visit Geckos Media and sign up for a free one-on-one consultation today. Until next time, bye!